Hey, what the hell's going on, you guys? It is Tubo Player Negative AE, and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry. We have reached the last extra episode. We're gonna hop right in. Um, Usually in the extra episode, they present some stuff that maybe I didn't think about before, and they get me to think a different way, or not think a different way, but like they introduce new interesting things that I can think about. So I always like doing these. And it's also kind of like a lighthearted, like, yeah, it's whatever, you know. There we go.
この度も日暮らしの泣く頃に水たたり殺しを最後までお楽しみ。これまでのシナリオとは少し違う雰囲気でお送りしましたが、いかがだったでしょうか。
I agree. Yeah, this one was more, it was definitely more,
お楽しみいただけたなら幸いです。
yeah, it was more serious because Keiichi was doing the murdering, you know.
今回も胸のすくようなバッドエンドだったわね。私個人としては大災害が実際に起こった時の惨劇の描写も欲しかったところだけど、みんなの
そんなわけありませんでしたよ。またしてもまたしても大バッドエンあれれバッドエンドって割にはみーちゃんは楽しそうだね。
っていうか、もう笑うしかないってのが本音でしょうね。
Yeah, I agree with this. At this point, it's like, yeah, every end is gonna be a bad end. It's just like, at this point.
毎回嫌な終わり方がエスカレートすると思ったら、とうとうここまで行き着いちゃったわけですからね。
みんな仲良しで死んじゃったのですよ。仲良しなのです。ニパ
I don't think everybody died.
そういう見方もあるのかな。毎回死んでる僕はもうごめんだな。
I like that line. I die every time, though, and I'm a little tired of
たま
it.
には死なずにエンドを迎えたいね。
Unfortunately, I think that it's gonna be him dying every time.
富武さんって時報みたいな役を。富武さんが死んだら、あ、後半戦突入だ
Yep, I agree. I agree.
みたいな。
Okay.
さて
We're all happy about that statement.
ではここで今回の会合に改めてご参加いただく拍手でお迎えください。まずは監督こと入江京介さん。
ご紹介に預かりまして
Hey guys.
光栄です。どうもどうも。
What's up,
脇役だっ
Coach?
たわけですが、トータルで見てみるとかなり美味しい役だったなぁなんて思ってます。
I don't know if you were as minor as they say you are.
本当ですわね。脇役にしては出番もセリフも多すぎで、しかもキャラが強すぎま
Yeah,
したよ。
there you go.
今後どれだけ出番があるかはわかりませんが、その説は応援よろしくお願いしますね。
ありがとうございました。では次に我らが担任知恵ルミ子先
What's up, Sensei?
皆さんどうもこんにちは。いろいろと登場シーンもあったのですが、今回カレー勝負で目立つシーンをいただきまして、カレーをバカにする人は許せません。
I wonder why too. I was thinking that when they first introduced her portrait, it was like, why?
誰もバカになんてして、あ、知恵先生に席を空けてあげてください。
さて、これでとりあえず
Why
全員
did
揃って
why
ね
did she appear with a portrait in this game? And I thought she was gonna have some major role to play because she has a portrait.
また乾杯をよろしくね。
I don't know.
では皆さん、各卓のコップをお持ちになってください。
Now I'm calling them portraits. It's like a character model.
お飲み物はいろいろありますよ。
本当にお疲れ様会も賑やかになりましたね。今何人ぐらいいるんです？
私たちを加えて多分10人くらいはいると思います。
未成年人と成年人の人数比がこれでやっと互角かな。これで胸を張ってアルコールが飲めるね。
ビールってなんで冷えてるとあんなに美味しいのに。ぬる七不思議の一つよね。
That's an interesting statement. I would not describe beer as delicious. At all. Whatever temperature it is. I think it always tastes bad. It just tastes a lot worse when it's warm. That's my opinion, though.
なんででしょうね。
さあビールを継ぎますよ。123。あれ、大人は6人でしたっけ？
みー、僕も泡麦茶がいいのです。リカちゃんもお酒はダメ。
ではレナさん、そろそろお願いします。
ダメ。
はいはい。皆さん、ご清聴ですわよ。では皆さん、日暮らしの泣く頃に水、乾杯。乾杯。乾杯。
Clap.
さて、では毎回恒例の今回のシナリオ議論でも。
Oh, dude, I'm ready to discuss. Let's go.
とは言ったものの、今回のシナリオもケムに巻かれっぱなし。
Yeah, it seems they know what they're doing.
意見のある方は挙手をお願いしますね。
お、みんな慎重。挙手ないね。
I mean, I'll raise my hand.
じゃあ、私が先陣を切ろうかしら。
Shoot, Takana-san, let me know.
申し訳ないんだけど、音楽を変えてもらってもいい？もう少しミステリアスな感じの。
Okay.
ああ、これがいいわね。
ムードが出まくりなのです。
Alright. Ready?
では、高野さん、お願いします。
I didn't know we could just change music like that on the fly.
多分ね、たたり殺しのシナリオだけを吟味しても謎は解けないんじゃないかと思うの。
そりゃ同感だね。ここまで物語が重なれば、そういう仕掛けがあることは明白だしね。
Yeah.
そんな仕掛けありましたかしら。
これが正しい例かは鬼隠しで、前原くんが大石さんとレストランで食事をして、それが園崎さんに知られていて不思議だったってくだりがありますよね。
Mm-hmm.
鬼隠しだけだと実に不思議な出来事ですけど、綿流しを読めば別に不思議でも何でもないことがわかります。
劇中の私が入ったレストランは園崎系列の店だったということですね。園崎一族はこの辺りの飲食店やら何やらを。
で、ケイちゃんの顔を知る者があの店にいて、それを私に伝えたと考えれば比較的筋は通るでしょ。
Mm-hmm.
そういうことだね。
I don't think that's it.
日暮らしの物語は微細に異なる場所もありますけど、
Yeah.
大筋の設定においては多分4つのシナリオは共通していると思います。
Okay, shoot.
例えばキャラクター設定。
鬼隠しのレナは怖い人だけど、それは鬼隠しだけのレナはレナで4つのシナリオに全く変わらない設定で出演しているということですね。
全く変わらない設定というのは同感。僕がどのシナリオでも常に同じ場所で同じ死に方をするのはその最たるものだね。
Mm-hmm.
どんな物語になっても必ず同じ日に死にますですよ。
Yeah, I figured that out.
綿流し編でお祭りの最中に高野さんと富武さんが西宮殿に忍び込むというシーンがありますけど、
Mm-hmm.
あのシーンも他のシナリオでは描かれなかっただけで起こったことになっているのかもしれませんね。
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too.
なっているそうです。綿流し当日のお天気や部活の内容、聡子のおじさんの帰宅など、いくつかのイベントを除けばほとんどが共通するそうです。
I agree, and we've deduced this too. We've said that. My theory standing is, and you know, I change it all the time. But my current standing theory is that all the stories are connected in some way, and that it looks like, or it from what it looks like, and from what they're telling me, it feels like they're pushing everything back. So the Watanagashi is the middle point. That's when the story is different from all the other stories. That's what the Watanagashi is. And then everything gets pushed back for the next story, and then whatever thing that set off the last story's bad ending didn't happen. So, for example, next one, Satoko's uncle is going to come home, but I'm not going to go and kill him. Either that, or Satoko's uncle is just not going to come home, and it was just going to be like that time that I, almost burnt down my house or something. And that's kind of where the story is going to start for the next one, and something else is going to happen, to somebody else, whoever's the main character of the next one. Because this was very much about Satoko this time.
全く同じ環境で語られる物語なのに、なぜああも違う物語？
一般的なサスペンスアドベンチャーの視点で考えると、物語が派生する分岐点。
綿流しで言うと、お姉に人形を渡した、あるいは渡さなかったという。
Yo, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh no. They're explaining my theory to me. Oh, it's never good when the visual novel is ahead of you. Oh no.
あんな序盤の選択肢1個でバッド確定とは恐ろしい。
では、たたり殺しに話を戻しますと、この場合です。
Oh no. They're ahead of me. They're 100%. I was so confident in my theory until now. Until this exact moment, I was so confident. I was like, this is the theory. And like, each one of these is a choices in a visual novel. Oh my god. They know exactly what I'm thinking. So that means it's not that. Yeah, I think, yeah. Dude, I was just talking about that. Oh my goodness. Was I not just saying that it's either me killing the uncle or the uncle coming to town? Oh my goodness. That's freaky, dude.
では、一番最初の鬼隠しの分岐はどこなのですか？
They're guessing my exact theory.
やはり劇中の私が登場してお社様の戦いに関する連続開始事件のことを話すあたりからだと。
Oh my god. I'm mad now. Oh no.
今思ったんですけれど、ちゃんと圭一さんがミョンさんの、それで大石さんも私のおじさんも現れなかったら、何も起こらずに平和に過ごす。
へえ、さとこにしちゃ確かに言えて
る。じゃあこの暗い物語は園崎さんのご機嫌を損ねないようにすればみんな幸せになれるということなのかしら。
Maybe we should pray Oishi-san and her uncle don't show up in this dark story, and then if we can prevent Sonesaki-san getting in a bad mood, everyone will be happy.
イエーイ、お姉バッドエンド用意。みんな気をつけてね。お姉の機嫌を損ねるとバッドエンド。何よそれ。シオン、あんたには次は容赦なく痛い目見させてやるからね。泣いた謝ったって許してやるもんか。待てこら
これまでの物語の謎は全然解けないけど、どうやったらこの物語が大々。
本当にそれ大石さんと北条哲平さんの不登場。
So they guessed my theory. What that means is that it's probably not that. Which means I'll have to do some more thinking. Because if my theory was that it was very much like a visual novel with choices, except they were giving you the bad end every time, and that everything gets pushed back. So all the same things happen.
本当にそれさえ気をつければいいんですかね。
そうそう。
Well, we don't know
みん
that.
なは一つ大きなひなみ沢大災害という天災を忘れたかい？
Okay. Yeah, let's swing it
天
back.
災は防ぎようがないですわ。村のみんなにガスマスクを配って引っ越しでもしますの？あれはきっとお社様のだからお社様を怒らせないようにしなければなら。
ややこしい話になっ。つまりお社様を怒らせないためには
ダムの計画そのものがきっとダメな。ダム計画がそもそもなければよかったんじゃないでしょうか。
それはだとしたらお怒りになったお社様を鎮める儀式が必要。
鬼ヶ淵の沼に捧げ物を沈めるあの儀式。
捧げ物って 何をお社様に捧げるっていう。
そりゃあ決まってるでしょう。どんな分岐にも関係なく話の流れから脱落が確定している人だよ。どうせ死ぬならひなみ沢のための人柱になってもらわなくちゃね。
その脱落が確定している人ってやっぱり僕の
やっぱり二郎さんはこの物語に欠かせない重要な役割
I
の
mean,
人
you
だ
die
と
every
信じてる
time,
よ。
every time too, Takana.
お役目を立派に果たしてちょうだい。
これで今度こそグッドエンドの大団円シナリオの青写真ができましたね。せっかくだから役者は全員揃ってることですしね。
First we stop. What the fuck is happening? They're from returning to Hinamizawa.
いやー、私が北条おじですよ。はいはーい。行き場をなくして
I'm so lonely and blue because my lover ran away.
早くひなみ沢に帰ってさとこちゃんではひなみ沢にバイクで帰りますか。キーを入れてカチッカチッ。
成敗。廃人に着せでございますわよ。さとこちゃん、火薬の量多すぎじゃないかな。
The coach is alright, sweat. Next we stop Oishi from showing up.
今度は私の名前はクラウド王。ジャジーでブルースな感じがだいぶイケてるナイスミドル。
A little bit. Looks like a blues brother.
成敗なのです。
そして忘れちゃいけないのがお姉さお姉可愛らしいお人形さんでよかったでちゅね。なんだか納得いかない。
で最後にお社様の怒りを鎮めなくちゃ。
では最後のお役目。
踏んじばってすまきにして吊るし3日かけて沈めるんでしたっけ。
面倒くさいですからここは一気にガボガボガボガボガボ。
これにて
What the fuck is happening?
落着。
What the fuck is happening?
突然レナの腕が光ってうなって大変なことに。獅子類類で大変なことになってますのです。
Is that Keiichi? Pick it up, it's Keiichi.
電話だ。もしもし。あ、ケイチくん、
Hey, it's Keiichi.
お疲れ様です。
I knew it was gonna be Keiichi. He always calls in on the phone.
おうおう、相変わらず大盛り上がりみたいだ。こっちは次回の台本読みで相変わらず忙しいってのに。
You'll be here someday, Keiichi. I bet you.
まあいいや、今日の俺は機嫌がいいから。シオンはいるか。
あれ今ここで発表しちゃうんだ。とはいえもうすでに分かってる人たちもいるでしょうけど。
シオンさんとケイイチさんの二人っきりの秘密
Are
です
they going out? Oh, I would love it if they're going out. I ship it.
何よそれ。
That's what they're insinuating, so I'm guessing not.
聞いてない聞いてない聞いてない。
Oh my, what? No way. Oh, I'm so happy about that. No way. Oh, I'm so happy about that one. Oh, that is the coolest thing. That was my reaction. Oh, I'm so happy about that.
まあ
Oh, I'm gonna love the next game. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. That's the coolest thing that I've ever heard.
ダントツの人気ナンバーワン。
Yeah, because she's crazy. She's best girl. Topping the popularity chart since her first appearance. Hell yeah, she was.
姉妹キャラでも遅れ登場した片割れの方が絶対に人気が。
わけわかんねえことはどうでもいいよ。とにかく俺はそのシナリオでは風の噂じゃ 俺のボイス数を超えてるとか。
Oh my goodness.
まあケイちゃんのボイス数は異常ですから
Waste of
シナリオに入れ
dicks.
るようになれば
Dis-
すぐに
I almost said
実現される
dick
でしょうけ
space.
ど
Disk space. They couldn't fit it all on one disc. There's a pretty high chance that he'd be the first one dropped.
でもいいんですのシオンさん。主人公は毎回ろくでもない最後を迎えると決まってましまあこれまではでもね、次回からは必ずしもそうはならない。
日暮らしの泣く頃にスイも今回のたたりミステリアスな謎を次々と提示してきた出題編は、次の章からはこれまでの謎に挑み、そしてさらなるドラマの幕開けとなります。
Oh, I like that. Okay, so like the first 3 arcs are like, here's mysteries, here's shit you don't understand, and they start explaining stuff. The second half. That's a good idea. Start explaining stuff to me, please. I just want
私が
answers.
名探偵になって理不尽な謎をバスバス解決していく痛快ストーリーなわけです。
I think they needed a story like this because it was kind of like if I got another story where it was just like the same type of mysteries. Like this one was different, definitely, because I was doing the killing and it was interesting and it was like, oh, I'm the demon thing now and there's still footsteps, but it's different because it's like high action and like, oh no, what if I get caught, you know? Whereas like if I got another one of the 2 stories, it would have been like, okay, yeah. I just went through 3 stories of this, you know? So I think the story was really good.
みたいな。
What?
納得いかない。御三家の秘密に近づきすぎて閉じ込められていたぶられて悲惨な最後を遂げる役に決まってる。お姉こそ私に全ての謎と秘密をカンパされて謝罪の言葉を口にしながら自害なされる心の準備は OK です。
お社様のたたりの可能性はなしなのですか？さて、そのしーちゃんが主役の目明かしに進むためには新しい警察資料が必要です。
Yeah, that's an interesting.
鬼隠し、綿流し、そしてたたり殺し、この3つのシナリオを重ね透かして推理はまとまるどころかますます煙に巻かれていくだけ。
I like my theory. The fact that Shion is the main character changes a lot of things because I thought it was just going to be me as the main character for a long time. Having Shion be the main character is interesting because she's almost like on the inside, right? Like she knows some shit. So it's like
全然わからないです。
it's like I cannot wait to be this chick. Like I don't know, man. 1, I'm best girl. 2, like 2, I'm gonna find answers. 3, I'm playing best girl. I'm reading through as best girl. It'll be an interesting time. My theory is a little busted because I thought that they were just bad ends, and then we were gonna get the end at the end, but that was under the assumption that I was playing as Keiichi every single time. Alright. So, my theory. Well, I guess my theory doesn't change. I mean, it does change. We're not gonna get the answers all at the end like I thought we were going to. From what it sounds like we experienced the stories through an outside's perspective. Now we're gonna experience the stories as though we are Shion. Well, I don't know if it's the same story. It could be a completely different story, but now we're playing as Shion. And in the past, Shion has always been kind of knowledgeable about what's going on. So I'm hoping that she knows what happened to Satoshi. She gives me the answers. And I mean, I don't know. Like, I can't wait to start getting answers. There's no rules. There's no demon rules. I want to know the rules to what the demons can do and cannot do. And, like, what the shadow is. And how Keiichi died in the first one. Because they never showed you. And he was just like, it's my shadow. It's killing me. But Keiichi could just have been being cryptic. Or cryptic. He could have just been cryptic at that moment and been like, it's my shadow. But really, it's some guy in a fucking black suit or whatever killing him. If it is the shadow, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out, obviously. So I'm super excited about this next one. Main character is going to be Shion, I guess. And I mean, I could not have asked for a better main character than Shion. Um, she's like just not confident enough to be. You know how like the main character's always like, oh, I'm such a blah blah blah, and I can't do this or blah blah blah. Shion seems like a perfect match for what Keiichi was. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I gotta end it here though. I mean, it's only 25 minutes. But what I'm gonna go do is right now, since I have a bit of time, I'm gonna go and download the new one. Try and get everything set up so that way when I start on the next chapter, we can just go full force and there's no audio issues or no sound issues like there was before. So I gotta memorize whatever my sound settings are for this one. And then hopefully we can get the voice working right from the bat. So I enjoyed this one. Like I said before, I think they needed this one. It was kind of like the previous two chapters were the kind of one and the same in the fact that it's like, oh, someone's evil, someone's and they were talking it was interesting in the all cast review session. They were talking about how all the personalities kind of stay the same, all the characters kind of stay the same. I didn't get that from Rena the second chapter, right? Wasn't Rena like nice as fuck in the second chapter? I mean, it could have very well been that she was hiding her evilness from us, right? But for the most part, when she got in the car with Mia Oishi in the last chapter, it was just like, she was like, yeah, I want to do whatever it takes, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to Mion's house. We'll have her surrounded, blah, blah, blah. Where it seems like in the first and third one, she's kind of working together with Mion, a little bit. In this one, it was also interesting how I mentioned Shion and she went like fucking batshit. Remember that? Like towards the beginning of the shit, I was like, what happened to Shion? Or what happened to not Shion, Satoshi? And she was like, oh, Satoshi, crazy eyes right away, and then Mion's like, maybe don't mention Satoshi anymore. And I'm like, why? First of all, if just mentioning the dude's name sets you off, like something's weird, something's going on. And I don't think it's like a bipolar thing. Because it has a trigger, like it's being. I don't know much about bipolarism. I know that I've looked up a bunch of like videos on it because it's curious and like it's interesting to study up on. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think there's like a trigger to it, right? It just kind of happens. Like you go into mania, and then you go into like a depression, and not at any point do you go crazy. Well, I mean, crazy quotes. I mean, you do go a little bit crazy switching between the states, but you don't go crazy like Rena crazy where she wants to like murder everybody, right? So I'm trying to think of like what mental disorder they were talking about multiple personality disorder in one of the episodes where they were talking about how she like went to the school and she broke all the windows and that's like she has multiple personality disorder. But I think that's also just a cover for having a demon inside of you. like it's like oh yeah, she broke all the windows and almost like killed a bunch of people. She probably has multiple personality disorder. That's why she can switch between blah 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 and blah blah blah. Yeah, that's probably a demon inside you, especially since the stories talk about demons so much. I don't know. I've talked ad nauseum about how I believe that there's probably demons in here. And they keep mentioning the mental stuff. I was talking about how Keiichi might be crazy, and that's where this is going. In the past, I don't know. But we're not going to play Keiichi anymore. We're going to play Shion, which is going to be very exciting. I can't wait to learn because, like I said, every other thing, she seems to know a lot of answers to things up until the point where she just isn't in the story anymore. Like we saw her in the second one and in this one. The second one, she was kind of talking about her sister and blah blah blah, and she was kind of like informing me of things. And this one, we were talking about Satoshi, and she kind of gave us like a leg up on what was going on with Satoshi, and that's why we asked Rena. So it'll be interesting to play as kind of someone on the inside. Not well. See, they call her the manager. They call her the manager in this one, which is something that relates to the very first one, which they thought they could just throw over my head. I know that they just snuck that in there because they did not, if you notice, as soon as they mentioned manager, they did not mention that one more time. After they mentioned, they're like, oh, but you're the manager. And she's like, ah, ha, ha. Yeah, well, I'm not a very good one, blah, blah, blah. You know, they stopped right there. Like, that was it. And they were like, hope you remember. But I do remember freaking them trying to get the manager out there. So if there's any correlation between Shion and being the manager of the first one, where they had to get the manager over here, or over to the house when they were going to give him the drugs, because I remember like Rena was holding me down and Mion was holding me down, and then I like blacked out and I like beat them up or some shit, and then I like left. It was weird. It was some weird shit. I'm also thinking that maybe Keiichi has something going on with him, like not like him himself, but like maybe it's like Oyashiro-sama versus whatever's inside Keiichi, because Keiichi always has those footsteps following him. In the first one, it was made to believe that Rena and Mion were kind of like the footsteps, and that's why they could see everything and they could know everything that he was doing. And the second one, they kind of tried to explain why that was the case with different things, like who owns what, blah, blah, blah. They were talking about that in this all-class review session. And I think that it's just, like, if you put demons on there, it makes a whole lot of sense. It's a whole lot of sense. I guess it depends. I guess we won't really know anything because we're going to start getting answers. And that's what they said in this one, is we're going to start getting answers in the fourth one. So we have a promise that we're going to get a little bit of answers, which is good. And I'm excited and I'm ready. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's kind of like I'm talking to my friends and playing a visual novel, but my friends don't like visual novels really. So it's like I don't know. It's a weird feeling, like talking with people like not even close to you about like a game that you all like. I don't know. It's an interesting experience. So we'll be continuing the next chapter. I don't know, within a couple of days. It'll probably be a couple of days before we jump into the next one. Give you guys a couple of days to relax. And I'm gonna be working too, so it'll be hard for me to just kind of jump into a new thing. That's why I'm gonna try to set it up right now, so that way I don't have to spend too much time trying to get the game to work. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked this episode, please hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Also, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will see you guys in the next chapter. Higurashi, when they cry. Peace out, you guys.